Hi everyone, this is Blake Anderson, a videographer in Toronto, Ontario. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the Zoom F3 field recorder, and particularly to do with the Bluetooth adapter that you have to buy extra if you so choose to. And what this Bluetooth adapter does is, well, it's called the BT-A1, and that connects into the right side of your Zoom F3, which essentially allows you to communicate with the app on your iPhone or on your Android. And so in this video, I'm going to walk you through how you can use this Bluetooth device on your Zoom F3 and just some of the features of the Bluetooth Zoom F3 app that you can get on your Android or your iPhone. The first thing you're going to do if you buy this Bluetooth adapter is you're going to input it into the right side of the device, into the field recorder. And then what that does is it essentially, it'll recognize the device so that you have it inputted, the Bluetooth adapter. And then what you can do then is go down to F3 controller and you click on that. And then what it does is it searches for that on your device. And you're going to want to obviously download the app on your iPhone or Android. It's called the F3 Control app. And when you input on the field recorder and click the app, it's going to search for this so that it connects to the Bluetooth on the app. And then you can see here it has Bluetooth devices. So I want to click on that device. What that does is it communicates with the Bluetooth receiver, with the receiver, the Zoom F3. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to connect my DT-F2 mic. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to input that. I also got this adapter. You can turn your Zoom F3 into a receiver as well, like using the Rode Wireless 2. So I have this adapter jack that goes into this mic here. And so basically it's going to record on this device on the lav mic. So that way I can use this as a receiver and record a high quality 32-bit float on a separate channel. It's searching for the device. You're going to input it BTC and then you're going to go F3 control and then it's going to search for that, and then on your iPhone or Android it should show up on the device here. You see that? I click that and then it's going to connect with the Zoom F3. It's still searching and it's connecting, so it might take a second. And there you go. You can see the recording both on my DT-F2 mic and the recording on this Wireless Go 2. In terms of the app, here you have, the area obviously to record. So if you want to record, you just click the record button, and then that shows both the waveforms being recorded, and they're in red. And then above on the top left-hand corner, you can see the amount of time that's passed in terms of the recording. And then top right-hand corner, you can see the amount of time you have on the SD card. And what you do then, if you want to stop recording, obviously you're going to press the record button. You can go into each channel. And so you can see here, you can monitor the zoom in to the audio waveform. So you can zoom in into each channel. And on the left here, you're going to see a gear icon, and that allows you to go into each separate microphone, and there's a few settings. So you first have your source, phantom voltage, HPF, invert phase, and input delay. In terms of the source, you have 4 options. You have the mic 48 volt and the line 48 volt. And so because this is my first port, what I have here is the Wireless Go 2. And so as a source, I have it as mic 48 volt. And that's typically what you're going to be choosing. You can change the phantom voltage from 24 or 48. You can also change the HPF. So typically it's recommended from my research to do about 100 Hz. 100 is typically what you want to use if you want to cut out some of the background noise. So that way, but if you go above that, it can sometimes clip the audio of the speaker. So you want to be careful adjusting that, but that's the HPF option. There's invert phase and input delays. Input delays, if there's going to be a sync issue with your microphones, you might want to adjust that. Or if maybe you're recording a live stream, if you go into there, you can change the amount of milliseconds. And also you have invert phase, so I won't touch that, but you can go into each input in terms of the microphones. Here I have the DT S2 mic shotgun and my Rode Wireless Go 2 lav mic, which I'm speaking on right now. That's showing up in the waveforms. You can also turn off the waveform if you want to pause the audio. It's going to pause it on your device, on your app. Also on the Zoom F3, it's going to show this blanked out screen. But if you want to resume the audio, you click again onto the numbers, so 1 and 2, and you can see the waveform again. And if you click into this microphone 2, you can see the recording here below. You can zoom in on the audio. Then you also have the line out, so how sensitive you want the mic to be. I have it between -24 and -12. You can also change the headphone volume. And the key thing here is a lot of questions I've been asked in another video I did, or a tutorial on the Zoom F3, is if you can actually listen to the audio on your iPhone or Android. From my experimentation and research, no, you can't. There's an option where you could get a Bluetooth device, and that's what I think I might do, is have an ability to monitor the recording on my F3. So that's an option. Basically, you can listen to the audio by putting the headphones, into the Zoom F3 itself. And then I'm going to show you how you can actually listen to your recordings from your F3 by connecting your headphones on the Zoom F3. And then you can play it on this Bluetooth device. I guess you can also listen to those recordings through the menu system on your Zoom F3 as well. But let's say you wanted to listen to your recordings. You go into your menu, and the menu system has 4 options: your Finder, your recording, your date and time, and your versions. And so if you want to record and listen to the audio, you go into Finder, and then you'll see your SD card. Then you'll see all the types of recordings that have recorded already on the Zoom F3 SD card. And so let's say you want to listen to one of the audio. So you can click on the audio source, and then it's going to show you what the file name is. It's going to show you the length, how long the audio is, the format, so how it was recorded in terms of 32-bit float and 88.2 kilohertz, and then date and time as well. You can also then play the audio. So what that's going to do is it's going to overtake the device or the app, show you the recording, and then start playing it. The only way from my research is you can click in your headphones into the Zoom F3. That way you can listen to this recording. And if you want to zoom ahead to the next recording, you just click ahead like that. If you want to go to the beginning of the audio, you click once. And if you want to go to the previous audio track, you click twice. So it goes to the beginning, and then it goes to the next audio. And if you press play, it's going to pause the audio. And if you want to go out of the audio recordings, you just click stop, and then that returns to the main interface in terms of the recording options. And if you go back into the menu, you can go into recordings, and you can see in that section it has the file name, so you can select how you want the date to be shown. And you can also define the name yourself. So if you want to customize the name, you can go into the sample rate, and you have 5 options. So I've been recording 88 kilohertz. If you wanted to get the best sample rate, you go to 192. That would obviously increase the file size. A lot of people still use 44.1 or 48, so I tend to just choose the middle here with 88.2 kilohertz. And you can turn on like how you want it recorded. So do you want it recorded as a mono channel or a stereo? I input this right into Final Cut Pro. I just put it into stereo. That way, Final Cut has a good way to correct the audio in terms of creating the loudness and emphasizing the voice. So I just tend to keep it to stereo. You can do pre-recordings. I'm not sure what that does. I think it does some form of pre-recording. So you could have that as an option, but I just leave it off. Sound markers, create sound markers, of course. And the other 2 options is date and time. So that's the way that you can select how you want the date and time to be seen. Year, month, date is typically what I do. You can also set the time and see the version history. So it's either, it shows you the F3 in terms of the Zoom F3, what version it is, and the F3 control app and what version it is. And then finally, you're going to have the options below here where you can go right into your recordings. So if you want to listen to your recordings, you just press play, and then that would go in again to the recordings. And then if you want to get it out, you just go stop, and it would go back to the main screen. You can select markers here, And you can also lock the device. If you don't want anyone touching the device or yourself messing up any of the options, you can lock it. If you wanted to create a marker in terms of matching the audio in post, you could click that. And that's a walkthrough of the app. I have 2 audio channels coming through, one through the F3. I have this Rode F3 Wireless Go that connects into this adapter that I use to connect, so that way I'm recording that high quality audio onto this 32-bit float recording. And that's a walkthrough of using this Bluetooth BTC adapter. It is a little bit expensive. I think it's a valid criticism to say that I don't know why they don't include this in there when they ship it. So, but I guess it is a fairly decent priced, device, the Zoom F3. And perhaps there's other reasons why they've done that, but I just found it's a little expensive to get this device in addition, but it's helpful for, let's say you're doing an event and you want to record on the soundboard and you don't necessarily want to be going back and forth checking the audio. You could have this Bluetooth device from 50 feet away, so you can be across the room on your iPhone or Android. You could see the recording, ensure you're getting the quality of recording and that it is actually recording. You could monitor the channels. I think it's a good robust way, especially if you're a one-man band, to have this Bluetooth app. That way you can just monitor from afar the audio and you don't have to be right by the Zoom F3. So yeah, that's basically the walkthrough of using the Bluetooth adapter and the Zoom F3 app, control app. And yeah, if you did like this video, please like and subscribe and have a great day.